Hey everybody, this is Perch, and if I have gotten this correct and not messed up the posting, it's Christmas Eve right now, and it's if you're in the U.S. anyway, and hopefully you're having a nice wind down to the year. Been a nice rough year. Hopefully you're spending some time with family, or if you don't like your family, you're not spending time with family. Really, whatever works for you. And I just thought I'd reflect on one of the aspects that kind of set the whole ball rolling for this channel, for everything that I've done. And this comment, it's kind of one little innocent tweet that keeps kind of coming back in ways to haunt me. So I want to walk through that because people have asked, hey, why did, what brought me to this place? Why did I start doing this? Well, I mean, as if you listen to other shows, yes, I'm a retailer. And what I wanted to do when I first created a Twitter account back in 2018, I think it was the winter of 2017, actually, I joined as Perch, mainly because I didn't want to convolute the shop account with posting a bunch of nonsense. Now, when I said nonsense, it was stuff like just jokes. None of it was very serious. A lot of it was memes. None of it was intended to be cruel. And I will say, with all honesty, I can put two fingers up in the air, promise, that nothing was posted with cruelty in mind. Occasionally, some of the jokes, I think, wound up cutting too close to the bone, but very rarely. If I ever thought, I wonder if somebody will take this the wrong way, I tended to just not do it. I would back away. I mainly posted stupid stuff that was, changes of covers. I as everybody knows who listens to this channel, I love that era of Superman where he was just a dick. And so posting stuff like that was fun, changing around some of the text. I especially love taking tweets of people, all different people, by the way. Nobody was quote unquote spared. It wasn't just the, I'm another account to attack creators. No, I did this plenty with regular fans, customers as well, of just kind of taking these more outrageous, over the top statements, throwing them into comic panels because it was funny. So I posted a number of different stuff. Did a Captain Morgan cover, I remember, of Captain Marvel, just as would be funny. And try to correct some mistakes every now and then. I'd see people saying things. Usually the mistakes that were corrected were on the fan side. So this would be, misunderstandings about overship, misunderstandings about how comic sales work, misunderstandings about how the newsstand offered returnability, the direct market didn't. And I remember it being not chewed out, that's the wrong word, but at least kind of like eye roll from Kurt Busiek, who's like, you're wasting your time saying this. These people will never listen to you. These people will never learn. I think at the time I was trying to say that, hey, you can't compare newsstand numbers back in the past to direct market because a newsstand had a returnability. So that means a lot of those comics got pulped. They actually didn't get sold. So it's not a true indication of actually what was moving in popularity. You have to kind of dig a little deeper for that, which is a truthful statement. It's a non-political statement. But I remember Kurt coming in and going, you're wasting your time with this. And I remember responding, but if I don't waste my time, who will? Like, I mean, even if a 1 out of 10 people gets a little bit more education about it and then starts, responding better, that's a victory. It'd be nice if all 10 did, but I mean, whoever gets that. Eventually I grew more salty, I would say, on Twitter because I got very annoyed with the way that things tended to go, the way that these arguments been, and just nonsense things that people would get themselves wound up at. And usually it was not like a one side was the true villain, the other side was perfect. The stuff that would really make your eyes roll would be when both sides jointly just got into a super mess with each other. That was the stuff that always made me crazy and made me crazy a lot. So I made a lot of jokes about that on social media as well. But what keeps coming up, I posted this, what I think is a pretty tame, quote unquote, take. And it basically went like this. I wrote, it's a bad idea to block your fans and customers, but it's a horrible idea to block retailers who sell the books. With solicitations so poor, retailers are desperate to get information any way they can. Blocking them means they order low and this hurts your sales. That's not a hot take, I think. I think that's the lamest of all, or not lame, just very benign. But that did get me blocked by Dan Slott, Al Ewing, a ton of other people. They really hated that take. For a long time, I thought, I must be following somebody. Like I must be following the wrong person. I wasn't following Ethan Van Sciver, who there were a lot of block bots against. But I thought that must be it. But then later, I did get confirmation. No, it was that tweet. It was that tweet that got sent around. And that tweet was actually copied and pasted in some Facebook groups that a bunch of creators were in. And that tweet made people very mad. To this day, I'm not entirely sure why that tweet made people mad, because there's a lot of layers to it. First off, I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm saying it's a bad idea. You shouldn't, but whatever. It is your life. But inherent in this is, hey, this is taking money out of your pockets, not the fans' pockets, not customers' pockets, creators' pockets. It's taking money out of their pockets. Now, you can choose to ignore it, and it's fine, but fundamentally, this is rooted in one simple fact. I want you, meaning the creators, the comics, to sell. And it's not all altruism. As a retailer, I also want to sell comics. So there's two sides to this for sure. Or two people benefiting from this. But that was the goal of this tweet. I think this tweet for me became a bit of a litmus test. If you saw this and grew enraged, angry, and hated it, then something's wrong with you. Something's just fundamentally wrong with you, personally, to be angry about this. But even today, even about 3 weeks ago, this tweet was still being brought up as a hateful tweet. This one, the one I just mentioned. I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, I posted a lot of nonsense, and I would have blocked me for other stuff. I posted bad jokes, whether they were dad jokes or compilations or other things. That I would have blocked me for that kind of stuff. But no, it's that tweet which really got under people's skin. Apparently, this tweet is a Comicsgate talking point. I don't know. I've been asking now for 4 years to get the Comicsgate user manual or rules of incorporation. Nobody's been able to provide that. So I don't know exactly what is going on. And this probably answers at least some of the question, if you've had them, about why the entire Comicsgate, which group are you in, all that kind of stuff. I would say baffles, but the right word is annoys me. It annoys me because the rules of what makes up what make no sense. This tweet that I posted was not meant to empower any group. I take that back. It's meant to empower creators and retailers who can make money. That's it. So to label this as part of a group, it's more about you than about me. It's more about how you view the world, which is weird. Okay? By the way, I think that there's been lots of memes out there, lots of funny things, but I do get it. On one hand, I get that if somebody comes into your place of business, makes lame jokes or maybe even sarcastic jokes, or maybe even jokes that feel like they're aimed at you a little bit, not out of malice, but that would get pretty old. I wouldn't want to take it. And social media is filled with a bunch of nonsense. If we're honest with each other, if you listening to this are honest, everybody has had the opportunity and has written terrible, tone-deaf, stupid stuff. It's not just one-sided. There's plenty of crap out there that everyone has done. And if you just get deluged with that crap all the time, it does get pretty old. But nothing that I've done, and I mean it, has been done with malice. I've never wanted anyone hurt, attacked, harassed, any of that. I've steered away from it pretty hard. And by the way, there's certainly been some people who have taken that take and ran with it to harass me over it. There's been some people I know who've done live streams and other stuff where they like to make fun of shit that I say to kind of boost their own, I have no idea. Ego? Who knows? But nothing of I have said has been with malice. When people say, oh, that Perch guy is very milquetoast, you don't understand. You're not exactly insulting me. My intention is not to be a firebrand, a big noisy asshole in the room. My intention is to be pretty benign. So congratulations, you got it right. You're not insulting me. If anything, you're paying me a compliment. Generally speaking, I try and just do things away. But here's the part that irks me. If you've listened to other videos, I appreciate consistency. That's it, consistency. If you are consistent about what you do, even if I don't agree with you, I can appreciate that you're sticking by the same rules. Hypocrisy bothers me an amazing amount. I think if you're going to say this person gets blocked for this, if you say the person who says that publishers should be able to see things so they can sell your comics, if you're going to say that's a mean bad take, then why are you okay with saying crazy just crazy things? You there are people on a daily basis who make comments about various groups being predators, various groups being needing to be crushed and destroyed. You've got people who talk about must demolish Zionism, and they're handed new titles. You've got people who are just going crazy with various takes everywhere. This comic book union was going to fix all these problems. Did it? I don't think so. Why is it that we're attacking people who want to sell your books in the midst of complaints about not being able to make a living wage, having to have a second job, parts of my house caving in? I mean, these are all problems that you would hope that sales and job stability would help. So who are you attacking? It's weird to see a very aggressive stance. And again, I'm probably making too big a deal out of it. But of all the things, it does baffle me that a tweet that is as passive as it gets, 3 years later, is still being bandied about as a hate tweet. And this other kind of stuff is like, no, it's totally fine. Totally fine. Comics is intended for all of us. All being underlined. That includes the creators. It includes the customers. It includes the retailers. It includes everyone. Comics should be for everyone. Everyone. If it means it's for everyone, then that means gonna have to lighten up on trying to gatekeep people out. It's you can't say on one hand, hey, you shouldn't get you can't get all heated. You shouldn't get wound up over moving pictures and funny books, while at the same time holding on to a 3-year grudge over a tweet that's trying to make you more money. That is bizarre. Just think about it for a minute. It is so we should feel free to post silly nonsense. Yes. We should feel free to try and give each other a break. If something comes out and it offends us, you know what? Maybe let it go. It could be hard, but try. If something is absolutely hateful, intended to hurt, then sure. But you can't draw that line too low. And a lot of people do. The line for harassment is not, hey, if it's something I disagree with, it's harassment. If it's a hot take, if I don't agree. If it's something that I vaguely agree with, then I'm free to say whatever crazy, over the line, dangerous stuff I want to say. No problem. It's not how it works. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there, and we've had a tough year, all of us. Comics as an escapism, form of entertainment, something that could be fun. Same thing with movies, everything else, but this is meant to be fun. And it can be. It absolutely can be. But it does, people are going to have to give each other a bit of a break. It does not have to be this intense. Now, by the way, if you're going to go into the comments and say, oh yeah, but Perch, the people who need to hear this won't listen. Probably not. Just like Kurt Busiek told me a while ago, these people aren't going to listen. Yeah, but I'm going to do it anyway. If 1 in 10 or even 1 in 100 people see this and go, you know what, you're right, I should lighten up a little bit. It's worth it. Even at those odds, it's still worth it. I hope everyone has a great holiday. Merry Christmas, everyone, wherever you are. And thanks for the support, and thanks for listening.